What's up, guys? I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning. Let's get this day started. Oh, I had my speaker on. My bad, my bad. But yeah, let's get this day started. We're getting a nice little pump. We did dump off a little bit, just a little bit, when we first started off in the overnight session, hit our support level, boom, jumped right back up. Now we're trying to hold above that resistance level right now. So hopefully we can make a nice move to the upside today. We are holding above that 200 EMA. I've been chopping around that key level around 34.25. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. Good morning, Chris. I think for today's game plan, obviously I'll always be waiting for that algo alert to pop up, but in the meantime, we will also, you know, well, we had the algo alert pop up at 9:20, but I just didn't want to get in right before market open. That was my only issue. Is we've seen that at market open, we have been going sideways a good amount of days, so that's the only reason I had a concern and didn't want to get in. But otherwise, it already hit take profit level 1. But we do have some nice resistance popping up at 34.34, as well as like 34.36, right around this area. Yeah, NQ did hit the support, so it's interesting to see. We are in like the overall like big picture, we are still in the same range. So that's why I'm going to be a bit more cautious today, because I'm still waiting for us to break out of that range. Price has been here for way too long. Good morning, Dragon. So we got the alert from the algo right on this candle, and our entry point would have been 34.28, but I just want to see what happened in market open. We have been just chopping back and forth. A lot of high wicks here. Choppy, choppy, choppy. So with that concern, I didn't get in. Maybe I'll wait for market to open, then I'll see how everything reacts, and then maybe I could potentially get it back in at 34.28. That would be very nice. And if I get in at 34.28, I would want to ride it out till 34.36. And the way the market's moving today, I'm looking at the 1 minute chart as well today on the side, just to see if I can catch like a quick scalp on it. I don't highly trade the 1 minute. I'm testing something out. So I'm going to see if that type of move presents itself. So we will find out. What's up, Craft? Morning, Mandage. Yikes, we just pushed right through. Maybe I should have gotten in on that alert, right? Let's see what happens at 34.36. I mean, ideally that would be our target right here, right? There's an alert right at 9:20. Pumped right through. I didn't get in on this. I was like, let me just wait for market open because it's been like up and down this whole week right at the open. So just to avoid that risk, I did that and I missed out on a nice move. Nice 8.5, 8 point right there. Damn. Maybe I should have just stuck with it. Yeah, this was purely just the algo move. It came right at 9:20. I guess it knew before anything else, right? There's gonna be that nice push. Hit that level. Let's see what happens. So what I might look for, since we did just pump up like a good amount, I will drop down on the 1 minute chart real quick, and then I will try to just catch like a quick drop, right? Just where sellers are stepping in, buyers are taking their profits and everything. So I'm gonna see if I can catch something like that. So let's see. Good morning, John. So let's see. Maybe on the 1 minute charts we can find a nice little scalp for us today. That'd be nice. We kind of just missed our nice move of the day. This is why I should just stick with my plan and just, went with it. But oh well. We'll find a move. I'm not worried about that part. Markets seem to be going back and forth, making nice moves, so even though we're in the range, it's a pretty big range, so we can still catch some good moves. That's the only thing I like about the situation that we're in right now. See how well we react to our key level right there at 34.3650. And we're pushing. I mean, it's nice to see the market start finally pushing at the open because we've been so sideways every open for like the past 2 weeks. Like it's been getting annoying. That's the only reason I didn't get on in this trade today. If I got in that trade, I would have closed up shop today already because I'd be like, okay, first 3 minutes, I'm done. But out of curiosity, do you have a video that explains the actual strategy your algo is based on? Like, do you mean like what it's built on, or do you just mean how to use it? If you're talking about all the elements that go into the algo, no, I don't have a video on that just because obviously you have to keep some things a secret or else people can just create the code again, hire some people and everything. So it's like for that purpose, I don't tell everybody every single element that goes inside, but that I do people the thinking behind the buy sell signals. Yeah, the thinking behind the buy sell signals. It gets very complicated. So it's not like it's one simple thing. It's like, oh, look at this, like, oh, it's an EMA crossover, do this. No, it's not like that. There's a lot more factors that go into it. It's a combination of many things. So it's something that obviously you're going to keep a little private, but most parts I do explain it, and I explain how to use the algo, and I even offer a free trial so people can test it out for themselves to see how well it works for them. Well, I don't know if they can recreate it exactly, but I'm saying like if you're smart enough, obviously you can always figure something out, right? You play with something enough. It's not going to be easy for sure because there's so many different components that go into it and different variations, and then they would have to have the same type of personality and conservative risk mindset so to figure it out. But I don't know. I always have optimism that people can always do so everything, right? So it's like you never know. Deep, how long have you tested it? All the data is on the Discord channel. So for stocks, I swing trade it with stocks. And you have the data for the past 4 years. Every single trade for each stock that I put on the Excel sheet, it's in the Discord. You guys can check it out. For the Algo, I've been doing it ever since I started doing the live streams and just trading it right here. So it's like all that data is there as well. We have it from like July. 1 second. I've been tracking it from July. I had other results, but I was just manually just tracking it. But then I started documenting everything for the futures market since July because I realized more people want to see that more than just stocks. So ever since I saw, okay, people wanted to find out about futures, I started documenting it, and it's in there, and I track it like every day. Obviously, for the current month, you'd have to wait till the end of the month because the way I format the Excel sheet, the win rate won't calculate properly until you close the month off. But you will see all the profitable trades and when they happened and what date they happened and at exactly at what price. Samson and Delilah, tell me your secret. I won't tell anyone. Good morning, Enzo. Yeah, dude, definitely check it out in the Discord, and then you can always just reach out to me, and I'm happy to talk more and try to explain whatever you have questions about. That goes to everyone, right? If you have questions about anything, just hit me up in the Discord. I'm more than happy to talk to you privately. So let's go to Jim's question. Can you explain what you're looking for now that we hit your yellow level and how you take a short or long from this level, right? So pretty much overnight, we hit our first support level down here. We got long. We could have got long, but what you're doing is you're not just going for the simple price. I know some people just go like based on the levels. They're like, oh, that's the price I'm gonna short. That's not always the case, right? Because price can easily crush through it at certain moments. What I usually wait for is some confirmation of some reversals. If I'm trying to trade between these levels, so right now, no, like right now I'm looking at the 1 minute chart just to see if I can catch like a small move. But I'll be looking at the volume pressure coming in, how fast it's coming in as well. I'm gonna see if the delta can confirm anything to see if there's a strong pressure. That's one more thing, because one indication right now is okay, we're bouncing off that level. Check one. Check two. Okay, let's see if we can finally make a candle to reverse. That's step two. Step three, I look at my 500 tick chart just to understand the short-term trend to make sure, hey, we are actually pushing down. This isn't just a little minute pullback that we have to be or like worry about, right? So that's what I'm waiting for right now. I might go for a little 2 point scalp, but I'm just waiting. But ideally, when this range is a lot bigger, what I would be doing is I would look for a nice little red Heikin candle, pull to the downside with pressure, and then I'd try to match it with the selling pressure on the delta, as long as there's no wicks, right? I don't like wicks because that shows inconsistency in the momentum. I hope that made sense, Jim. Let me know. If not, then I can try to explain myself better. 500 tick chart, we're still holding above that 200 EMA. Here, we're holding above the 200 EMA. We might just be able to push up today, which will be very nice. So maybe we can catch a long. We'll find out. But that is a key level, 34.36. But we tested it once. Let's see if we can go back to it. Like, Jim, if you're still watching here, let me explain like a perfect example of what I ideally look for when I'm just trying to take like a little quick scalp reversal off these key levels, right? So here, you know, we bounced off our key level. Okay, we knew it's gonna come up here at some point, and it did exactly just that. And we see, okay, full, okay, price getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Now we create our first red candle in the Heikin-Ashi candles, right? That's a nice indication. And then from here, I would ideally I would want to get in because I saw, okay, delta's getting weaker, and then this ideally I would want this candle and the delta red bar to be on the same one, and then I would take it. But in this case, since the 200 EMA was there, it's going to act as support. Even though you guys still got your 2 points here without doubt, this isn't something I would enter, right? That's something to watch out for. Ideally what you want is none of these are things that I would be getting in on, because it doesn't hit all my checklists, right? So when I'm going off like a little reversal, okay, this bounced off. Okay, nice little green candle pop up. Okay, that's good. Buyers are stepping in. Delta's starting to push up a little bit. Okay, that's good. But then what? It's like I don't see any green delta to confirm my move, so I don't get in. Because the delta is primarily just telling us where the buying pressure and selling pressure is like coming in at, right? See if we can get in for a quick 2 points here. I wanted to break 34, 37, 25. I do realize that it's pushing down. This is just on the 1 minute. Yeah, Chuck, I noticed that we got some more subscribers yesterday. I'm happy to see that, man. Like, I'm super happy to see everyone here. And if anyone could hit that like button, I would really do appreciate that. If you're new, definitely do subscribe. We're here every morning. Some more pressure, canceling this move. Let's see. We tested it off. We bounced off pretty much just twice right now, right? This again, I just dropped down to the 1 minute real quick because I'm just trying to look for a quick scalp, if it's possible, right? I'm not gonna try to force anything. It's always about letting the moves come to us. We're not going to be chasing anything today. We're not going to be chasing anything any day, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Let's see. We're bouncing off of that key level again. Pretty normal to see that because if we jump back into 5 minutes, right, I always talk about that little morning range right now, and let's draw it out. That way all of you guys can see what I'm talking about. Starts at 9:30 to 9:15. So most times we end up breaking out just a little bit. We pull back in. Obviously, you can go for the second breakout, but this is a high resistance area since we have been playing with it a good amount. I also see more orders piling up on the dome. I hope you guys can see the dome better today. I know you guys were telling me about that yesterday. So hopefully you guys can see this better. I saw some orders piling up at 34.37 before, so let's see if that's still the case or not. Make this screen smaller. I like having this screen a lot bigger. But yeah, if you're new, the chart on the left is just a 500 tick chart just to understand the short-term trend and what's happening. It's not a place where we execute orders or anything. It's just to understand, like, hey, are we in the right direction of the trend, or is something just reversing on us? Like, what's happening? But we mainly execute on the 5-minute charts. That's our primary charts. I wish we got in on our algo alert though, man. Yeah, how's that going, Chuck? Do you like trading corn? Did you like do more testing? I really haven't gotten around to checking it out more. I've just been focusing on so many things. You just need to use stop limit orders. Okay. I'd love to see more people tuning in. It's awesome, man. Thanks for being here. I mean, I'm not trying to poach anybody. I'm just doing my own thing, and if people want to tune in, they tune in, right? What's up, AK? AK, no, I have not taken any trades yet. My orders, you'll see everything right at the bottom, right here. If I take a trade, you'll see either negative or positive. If it's zero, that means didn't take any trades yet. Just waiting, trying to find the proper ideal setup. Good morning, Jesse. But yeah, if you look at the dome right here, guys, like at 34, 37, we see like 427 orders. That's higher than normal. You only see like 100, 200, 300 normally, but 400 is a bit above. But I usually like try to look for anything above 500, but 400 is still something to watch out for because that means they're floating orders, right? We know market orders are always going in and out. We don't see those, but when there's people like having floating orders at that high of a level, that means it's a key indication that hey, something's happening at that price where people don't want it to cross and they want it pushed back down. And 34.37 is right where we've been pushing off before as well, right here. In the 1 minute charts, we are a bit sideways at the moment, so we should end up seeing like a little bit of a break at some point. I wish I just got into my algo alert at 9:20, man. If I got in on that, caught a nice 8 points in like 3 minutes, and I would have been done. But I got cautious because of the market opens lately, but that's okay. Check out the NQ dude. I stepped away from the NQ for now, just because I wanted to. I'm tired. I'm a bit tired of it. Not the biggest fan. Let me just jump down to the 1 minute real quick. I want to see if I can find any type of move for a quick scalp. Orders are there. I think we should be able to break through them. I don't see why we wouldn't. Been slowly just pushing up now anyway, so it's like, that's nice. Broke through all the previous pivots. Nice, okay. Now we have like 600 orders, so even I was thinking of going for a scalp here, but I think I'll wait before. I'll try to see if they can take these orders out and then try to step in. I don't like seeing high number of orders piling up at a certain price. Then I try to avoid the move. But yeah, if you guys got in on any trades, please do let me know in the chat. Like let's hear it, let's share it. We're all here to make money, and there's more than enough money to go around. Getting some good pressure, right? You see, you would think it's gonna just push through. Being a little bit hesitant. I don't trade the 1 minute charts too often, mainly the 5 minutes, but let's test it out. Yeah, right now I'm focusing on long positions because the way it's been forming, the way it's been pushing, it has been trying to push up. There's no reason for me to short. So thank you, Deep. But let's see. And normally my general rule of thumb is if it's above the 200 EMA, only look for long positions. If it's below the 200 EMA, just look for shorts. It's a general way, easy, super simple way of just staying with the trend. That's why you always see that yellow line in my charts. That's always a 200 EMA. And we're way above it right now. I want to see if we can just push through. I think we should be able to. I'm going to go for a quick 2-point scalp here. I think we're forming the high volume node for the day. No. High volume node for the day is down at 34.26, but this could be the new one. We could be forming it, right? Right around 34, 35. Just a bit more contracts need to be traded there, and then this could potentially be that new high volume node for the day. Yeah, price is just going back and forth, back and forth. Let's see. It's normal to get that little bit of a chop right around like 10 o'clock. Especially after, since we just made a nice little pump. Even if you look at like the 1-minute charts, we're not creating new lower lows, right? Like, look at these mini pivots where, okay, price is moving higher and higher. Unless we completely push through on this one and just flush, then I would reconsider everything. But until then, I'm still okay with just holding this position here because I want to just go for a quick 2-point scalp today. Like, nothing big. Yeah, Enzo, it's crazy. I love it though. Happy everyone's here tuning in. Tick charts are in our favor. Let's see. We just got filled. See if we can get that 2 points. And it took us out. Yep. Should have been more careful. It's okay. Now, yep, it started flushing down now. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, man, we just got caught in a little bit of chop. It's okay. We saw the 500 tick chart reverse pretty quickly right there. I mean, looking in the 5-minute charts on the side over here, have the potential for it to just pull back a little bit and then continue the move to the upside. So we just got caught in the chop. It's okay. That's where we get burned. Let's see. Still early in the morning. We got time. More than enough time to catch a move. My main thing was I was expecting it to break through for the fourth test because it tested the key level 3 times, and usually on the fourth time it'll just break right through, right? Should have nice potential. We just got stuck in that. I think we're still kind of considering that morning range, right? Since I drew it out on the 5 minutes. Let's go back to the 5 minutes real quick. Yep. This is the morning range. We broke out it just a little bit, but then we just started chopping right back and forth in between. I love that you guys are hitting that like button, man. I really do appreciate that. So thank you so much. Really helps me grow that channel. Got caught on this. Let's see. Yeah, guys, if you guys are new and you guys are like new traders, I did build out a free course. In the link below. It's like 6 hours long. Talks about all the market basics. Completely free. Not never charging for it. So it's like if you wanted to check that out, definitely do check that out. It goes through the basic fundamentals, like what the markets are, as well as like some strategies that you can use, some simple strategies that you can use when you're starting off, and then talks about trading psychology, risk management, and provides like a trading plan, that template that you guys can use. So it has all the details. Took a lot of time to build it. So if that's something you guys have been looking for, don't waste your money going following some Instagram ad or YouTube ad saying, oh, like they're charging me like $500, $600, dude. It's not worth it. I made it for free. I've been through that cycle. Like, don't waste your money. So you can definitely just sign up for free and check it out and let me know. A lot of people have liked the course. They sent me messages saying they loved it. They thought it was very useful. So if it can help you, definitely check it out. You had a sloppy morning. I mean, we got caught in the chop. We know that's where we get burned the most. It's okay, but we should still get a nice move. It's pretty much overnight. We've been slowly pushing up and up and up and up. We just hit that key level, and that's why we're bouncing off. So let's see. I doubt it's going to be a full-blown reversal. This doesn't look like it wants to be a full-blown reversal just because of the way market structure is. Because we already took our dip. Now we're starting to come back up. But in the overall trend, which you always have to do top-down analysis, start off with the 1 day, then go to the hourly charts, check it out, and you'll see that we're still in a nice range-bound situation, bouncing back and forth. So definitely, let's keep an eye out on that. Oh, that's some good news. Weekly jobless claims dropped to the lowest level since the pandemic started in March. That's awesome, man. I'm happy that people are getting jobs again. That's interesting. September existing home sales jumped by 9.5%, but prices are rising too fast as supply remains tight. Isn't that an interesting headline considering yesterday we talked about how people weren't interested in getting mortgages or their mortgage applications were reducing? I mean, in the East Coast, I know during the winter, like it's hot, less people are moving around. Summer's like the hottest market, but overall, like around the country, still remains pretty normal around the times. But seeing that mortgages, like the applications are dropping, well, we should see people like finally slowing down. Maybe they've realized that they're paying too much for a house. Check the schedule real quick. The economic calendar. Make sure. Yeah, 10 o'clock, we just had our existing home sales. That was pretty much one of the things. Um, Later on in the day, though, that's like later on, at like in the afternoon, we have the FOMC member Kaplan speaking, but we don't have to be worried about that right now. The only thing we had in the morning was those existing home sales. But that's good for banks. $11,600 for NQ. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's where price pretty much is bouncing off the most as well. Even without having like any key levels up or anything on my chart, I can tell like around that range, give or take like 10 points on the NQ, right? We'll see something happen. I don't think we would break through. Don't see any reason for a sell-off, but of course I could be wrong. The daily chart is telling a different story. I mean, the overall trend is still to the upside, so that's why I'm okay with that, but sell-offs do happen at any point. You notice the cumulative delta bars can turn red. Is this why after all the red price bars you have not been thinking short? Well, the main reason I haven't been getting short is one, we started getting chopped around, and then two, like, yeah, we had this nice little delta up here, but we were trying to go long there because we were trying to break out that level, and it seemed like high wick situations were happening, so we could honestly reverse, and the overall trend is still up, right? We're still holding above that 200 EMA, and we're pushing higher, so this could just be a normal pullback. And when I'd like to enter for shorts, I like to make sure there's no wicks. That's one of the things I do look for. So whenever like price is like having wicks on both sides like that, especially on the Heiken Ashi candles when it's like a bit more, it tries to confirm more, that's when I'm more hesitant with it. I personally don't like it when it has wicks on both sides. Obviously, yeah, you can push through and you can have, it does happen, yes, but like my personal style of trading, I like to wait for those reversals when it's full pressure from the seller saying, hey, we want to push this down right now and we want to make a quick move. And that only happens when we have no wicks on the top side, right? When we're going for the short. And that's something to watch out for because that means like one, it's an indication that sellers are in complete control. Then we see the delta. That means, okay, sellers are really stepping in here as well. So there's a lot of volume coming in right there. So two things saying, okay, sellers are staying in control. I can get behind them. I can go with them, right? $34.27 is yesterday's value area low. Okay. I mean, our key level is right at 34.25, so right around that range. And obviously, with these key levels, you got to give and take a couple ticks or a point, right? It's never a exact price. Certain times there it does hit to the tick, but let's see. Yeah, with the stimulus, then we should see it pop off. I do agree with that, but my only concern is the last time we got stimulus, yeah, we started pumping out completely and pushing through, but like, how far can we go with that though? That's my thing. I'm gonna be cautious. I'm not gonna try to play that stimulus move until like I see confirmation. I like to be more conservative. I like to make sure my risk is managed. Um, because you never know. Because like when people think something, and when retail traders, like a majority of the retail traders are like, oh, stimulus comes out, it'll go to the moon. And everyone starts saying that. The institutions tend to catch on to that, and then they try to short, right? I mean, it's not. They said yesterday like they're not looking to pass anything till after like elections, so that's still like at least like 2 weeks, right? And then with all the mail-in ballots, I think they need extended time to count everything. But yeah, Chuck, they are children, that's for sure. What's up, Michael? Dude, it is super frustrating, man. I just want people to be in like a good shape, make sure they're able to take care of their family and get food on the table, right? It's like the fact that it's mainly because they just want the corporate companies to, you know, get more money. That's what the issue is. Like all the Democrats have been saying, hey, let's just give this money to the people because they really need it because they notice that hey, there's a lot of people suffering. But then you have people on the other side saying, hey, like we're only gonna pass this if you give money to the corporations and bail them out and everything, and they're like these corporations already had enough money. If the corporation is a good company and like they struggled, okay, then yeah, I understand, give them the money. I feel like there should be some rule sets for that. But when you literally give a company that literally tried to play the system and hasn't paid taxes or avoided taxes just by doing stock buybacks, and then their stock shares like tanked during because of COVID, guess what? That was something they should have prepared for. Every company, I think, should have a cash reserve to support them. That's why I'm a big fan of Apple and I invest in Apple and I'm holding it for the long term because the amount of cash that they have on hand, just sitting in the bank, even even if nobody goes to an Apple store for a whole year, they'll still be fine. Yeah, CF, that is true. You would think that you put politicians in place to help the people, but the one thing they do is they don't help the people. Let's see how we react. I know Jesse said that we had that 34.27 as yesterday's value area low, and then we have our key level at 34.2550. Let's see how we react here. Maybe this could be our area for us to get a nice bounce back up. Orders are normal, nothing extreme at the moment. Oh yeah, the system is rigged. Like there's no questioning that part. It's been rigged from the beginning. They don't want people one dude, if you think about it, look at the education system and everything, like they don't want people to get smarter because then they know, oh, they'll have to fight back and whatnot, and they'll know what they're talking about. But that's why do you think they don't ever teach financial literacy in school until recently when only a few schools do it? We WAP at 34.24. Okay. We'll see what happens. We got the 200 EMA at 34.24 too, so that'll be nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna be very patient. We did try to go for that scalp and we got burned on that right there. But we'll get it back and then some. We just gotta wait it out and wait for the correct move. Yeah, dude, they do want the common folk to be uneducated. That's how they make money. Like, simple hack at the grocery store. You know, the thing that they do at the grocery stores where they pretty much make people spend more? They say, oh, if you buy four, it's only gonna cost you $1 or four for five or whatever it is, like whatever those deals are. I don't know, but you can still get the same thing. Even if you just bought one, you'd still get the same discount, but they make you think, oh, I need to buy four to get that special price. So you actually end up spending more when it doesn't actually cost them much. Like I've seen people, so many people, like I've seen some of my friends too, where they go to the grocery store, like, and they were like, oh, dude, I have to buy four to get them for that price. I was like, no, you don't. Like you still get the same price. Like just Don't waste your money like that. So a lot of people just run through money like that, and then they don't understand when, especially when they go to college. Like I'm surprised, like they don't even. They should make that mandatory. Like I understand, like we make art class mandatory. Sure, get on your creative side and everything. Art majors, dude, they have some real talent. Like I'll give them that. But you should also learn how to manage money. Like that should be a core class in college as well. Because yeah, I went to school for finance and everything. I've always had that interest in money for sure. So I've always done my own research and learned. But for all the other majors, you're never gonna really understand what money's about or how money works until you hit the real world, right? And then too, you don't learn it because people just push it off. Yeah, people are sheep. All right, let's see what happens. I mean, luckily, when I was in high school, like our senior year when I was in high school, right? They did introduce that course, like financial literacy, and they made it mandatory for us. So I was very happy with that. But that should have been in place since like the beginning. Yep, this is going. I'll let it run. Let's see if we'll hit this level again from the overnight. Again, we've been in the same range bound situation in the hourly charts, right? Let's take a look at the hourly. Yikes. Jumping back and forth, we could easily see that bounce right back down. That's what's happening. We're halfway right now. Um, this chart, kind of annoying to look at. I'll pull up my trading view chart, much cleaner. So let's take a look at our hourly charts on the ES. We've noticed, okay, we hit that overnight. Okay, cool. But nice little short-term downtrend, right? That's easy to identify, like super easy to identify. If you wanted to draw it out, let's just draw it out. And we have, I guess we could connect these as well. Right? Pushing nice. So we can see, like, overall though, we are still good. Like, we have been like pushing up. We haven't broke those new highs. Obviously, we're not going above that. That's gonna be pretty tough in this type of market. But we should slowly start to come back. Uh, wow, perfect rainbow. Honestly, more kids are now learning off of TikTok than they are from their school because they give them those little life hacks in like a minute. It's like there's people just on TikTok that literally provide you like financial stuff only, like how to accumulate wealth, how to invest in real estate, how to invest in stocks or whatnot, all the financial stuff. And like people are learning so much, and then they get interested by that, and they start learning on their own, and that I feel like that's awesome. Like I know 90% of TikTok is literally just like dances and whatnot, but like that 10% definitely helping some people out, inspiring others. Yeah, YouTube has taught me a lot, man. That is for sure. Even doing the stream, I've learned a good amount of stuff from you guys. Like how I learn new strategies, I test them out, and you guys learn from me. So I love the back and forth that we can provide from this channel. Let's see if we can just push down. YouTube University, yeah, Sergio. Honestly, though, I've learned more in 3 months out of graduation than I have learned like the 4 years while I was in school, right? Like right after I graduated, I started working the job and doing all that. And every night I would come back and I'd start like learning new skills and I'd just watch YouTube videos or read something online. Like all the resources are out there. We just gotta spend time to find it and then experiment. How long was I at my finance job before I left? Yeah, I was about there, I believe, like a year and some change. I know I hit the 1 year mark. They gave me a little gift card. I was like, wow, thanks. It was like a $5 gift card. Let's see what's happening here. Um, I think I just buyers are getting taken out pretty quickly. I don't know if that orders are disappearing or actually being taken out because the price isn't not moving. I will come back to all the comments again, just real quick. Just want to watch this. But in the meantime, if you guys want, let me know. If you guys got any trades, let me know how they went. We shifted over on the tick chart. Look at Euro GBP. What's on? What time frame do you want me to look at? Because I see that it's like pumping up a little bit. The daily and the 4 hour? Yeah, sure. Let me pull it up. Hour, daily. I mean, it's kind of just been pumping down a little bit. Been on a nice little trend to the downside. it's in the 4-hour chart on the Euro GBP. It's finally like starting to flatten out a little bit. It has hit its like support right around 0.90161. But the way it's forming right now, I need a couple more candles before I can confirm, hey, it can push back up, right? Because in these situations, since it is continuing that downtrend, even though that's a double bottom, it has a potential to still continue the move. Yeah, your GBP 4-hour chart, smooth, nice little channel to the downside. So it might pull back a little bit up to like 0.9058 around that area. And then I think it might just tend to like come back down a little bit more. I can't confirm anything on your GBP in my opinion yet because I personally have to wait for some more confirmation. But ES is just selling off. Let's see what happens at this level. We want to push down to that level. I think we just hit that previous volume nodes. If it goes up to 0.9800, yeah. Yeah, let me check one thing. I could see that happening. A head and shoulder pattern. I don't really trade the head and shoulder patterns. Um, I kind of just trade based on the algo, but yeah, that is possible. I am familiar with the head and shoulders and how they work, but yeah, I could see that. Honestly, in the intraday time frames, I think the bull flag is probably the best pattern. Um, but all the other patterns they work super well in like the higher time frames, especially with if Young Guns production is trading forex. Those patterns, because they in forex normally people would trade like 4 hours and the daily charts and the 1 hour charts, and in those charts, recognizing patterns and those patterns actually end up working out a lot better. Yeah, the productions was talking about forex, but yeah. But yeah, well, Jeff, if you're talking about the ES, yeah, those patterns don't really work well with like the futures, because futures they tend to like push through out of nowhere. Yeah, and then the fractal patterns, that is one thing. Yeah, there's a lot of patterns out there. Let's see. Just gotta be patient. We'll find our move. I have no doubt about it. It's interesting to see how we lose people over time when we're streaming. We started off with like 50, now we're going down to 36. People lose like interest, or they can't have that patience. It's interesting. But we all know with trading, the biggest thing is patience. Got to wait for the right move. And there's a lot of people that just watch like YouTube and they're trying to find people that just, hyper trade and just see it. And I'm like, there's people, yeah, they do that. The high frequency trading like crazy, but I'm not about it. Yeah, dude, some people do just look for action, and I'm more about finding the proper move and just waiting it out. Because I only take 1 to 3 trades on futures in any given day. And I just like to make sure it's the proper one because I'm not trying to lose my money. Yeah, I think he does take more trades, right? I mean, I think he started a long time ago, man. No, I'm not gonna start a sim account just to get more followers. I'd rather just be honest with everything. That's awesome, T. Flynn. Congrats, man. Yeah, that's good for him. I mean, if that's his type of trading, that's good. But I'm here to make proper trades so that I can find that meet my setups. I'm more conservative, more about risk management and just protecting my capital. Yeah, but if I wanted to start a swing account, a sim account, and just be like, hey, let me just trade on the 1 minute. Let me just take every single trade here. I could do that, but it's like I'm not gonna do that just to get viewers. So the algo did give a short signal, but the the candle size itself was above 10 points, and I don't get in on any algo alert that it's over 10 points when I'm trading on the 5 minute charts. If it's the hourly chart, for sure, that's fine. But when I'm trading the 5 minute charts, anything above 15 minutes, if I get the algo alert, it has to be within 10 points. Yeah, Jeff, like I always sim trade like on privately, like in the afternoons or at night when I'm like testing things out. But I'm always doing research, man. It's not like trading is one of those things that it's never ending. Like education, like you're always learning, and there's so much information out there. It's like one of the reasons I took the scalp this morning was because I was testing something out, and once I see it be working more often, that's when I'll make a video about it and explain everything and exactly how I do it. But I have to see the results for it before I can put it out there. Yeah, T Flynn, then that's definitely, yeah, you gotta watch that risk management then. That's when it pops in. Because the more you trade, the more you realize, hey, I need better risk management because you realize like you could be winning so much, but then if your losers are really big, at the end of the month, you'll be like, oh, I didn't make anything, but I thought I won so much. Like, so it's like, yeah. How long was the longest trade on the algo from entry to exit? From entry to exit, dude, I think the longest was like I think an hour and 20 minutes one time just because it was like a slow market. But you guys can see like today's this morning it happened right at the market open like within 10 minutes. So there's not the algo isn't based on like time. It's more based on like what price is doing, how like volume is and everything else and trying to find that pre-momentum move. But it depends on what time frame you're trading. If you're trading the 1 minute time frame, obviously you're not going to be in the trade from probably never more than a half an hour. But the 5 minutes, you could be in it for an hour at some time, but most times it does end up going, within your normal range of like 20 minutes sometimes to 30 minutes sometimes. It really depends on the day. But that's one of the main reasons why I trade the morning session, because I'm always in and out within the morning session. Between 9:30 and 12, that's when between 8 and 12, that's what I usually look at the charts, but yeah. VIX is pushing higher. That's a good telltale sign that we're going to be selling off more then. Completely agree with you, Chuck. Oh, dude, I have to be super patient with my trades. So what I do, that the whole reason, that's why I have the system where it's like if it hits level 1 on the algo, I move it to break even, because after it hits break even, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna let it ride. If it takes me out of break even, guess what? I lost nothing, right? I'm not losing anything. It's okay. I can wait. It's only when the price is still fluctuating a little bit, that's when I'm a bit more anxious, and that's something I'll always have. Like a little bit of it will always be there. Like as much as we try to control our emotions, on certain days you will have it. We're trying to bounce off. That's nice. Let's see what happens at this level. I mean, my losing trades are approaching my max loss, so I can't bring up losers. Yeah, if you're approaching your max loss for the day, then you should definitely start reconsidering what's happening. Yeah, Jeff, you should be able to. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to post a URL in here. I think Chuck tried to do that last week or it didn't work, but you can try it to see if it works. If not, I will try to look into the YouTube settings. Maybe something's turned off, but I don't mind. If it's going to help somebody else in here, I'm more than happy for you guys to send a link. I just don't want any spam or any people like trying to scam. As long as you're not doing that, I'm happy with it. There could be a potential bounce, but I'll wait for the confirmation. It pretty much just bounced off right at a level. If we got in exactly at the tick, oh, nice, like 6 points right there. Yeah, Jeff, if it can help a lot, then definitely, dude. You can toss a link in. I don't care. I built this channel to help people out and create a nice little community where people can help each other out. So if it's gonna help out, man, post it. The entire thread, not just the first few posts. I mean, sure, I guess. Overnight low at 3402.50. Okay, that's like right over here. I care more about these levels than the lows and the highs. Those lows and highs get broken through pretty quickly. Oh yeah, Chuck, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you can just post it in the Discord, man. You can just post it in the random chat, and then people can do it there. I don't see any link here, so just post it on Discord, and you should be good. You can just put it in the random chat. Okay, I see it on the random chat right now. I will check it out after the stream. And there's a lot of the whole threads there. I'll check it out tonight or after the stream. But thanks for that, Jeff. Hopefully it helps people out. It took you months to finish it? No, man. We're bouncing off pretty nicely. Let's see if we can hold that bounce. Because we were just bouncing back and forth between the channel. How long is it, man? If it took you months? Yikes. There's 635 pages. I'll check it out. I'll see what it's about. Yeah, I'm ideally looking for a bounce. Let's see what happens. We are pretty much bouncing off our key level to the tick, too. That's nice to see. Little double bottom action here. Maybe we can make it a triple bottom. That'd be pretty cool. Let me just have all my charts up again. I'm not trying to miss any move right now. Okay, this is like an unreal bounce. From support to resistance within one candle? Dude. I'm sorry. I have not seen this type of move for a long time. From support to resistance between key levels that fast? Usually it takes a couple candles. Like this is a 5-minute candle too. Like I might just have to be more patient, dude. Like this is a territory I'm not used to, so if I'm not used to it, I gotta be patient, right? Yikes. Oh, she just said that? Okay, maybe that's why. Damn. Dude, that's unreal. Like, I'm sorry. I've not seen a day like for things happen like once in the past before it's jumped off that much, but like that's wild. We just went from 3406 to 3424. Like almost 20 points. She's trolling the markets? Oh, great. One more. Thanks for the update, Jesse. Yeah, Delta is nice on this one, but I'm sorry, like this is a situation where if I'm not comfortable with, so I'll have to just wait and see. I don't want it to just be something where it's like, oh, now we'll just start, you know, holding and continue in between this range, right? I don't want that type of move to happen. Bounced back and forth between this and the overnight as well. Again, keep in mind that once we broke through that morning range, that's when we saw a big flush as well. If I extend this, that morning range is very crucial to understand. Is it broke below that morning range in the morning 15 minutes, right? This candle, this candle, this candle. Really, ideally, it's just the first 5 minutes in today's case because that's where the big move happened, and ever since then, boom, really just flushed down. That's wild. Damn, went to get some cookies and missed the move. IMF gonna implement electronic currency? Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, I knew it's gonna happen eventually. Digital currency is the wave, and I think PayPal recently said that they were gonna start introducing crypto as well. So that shift is happening. And if we start using another currency even more, and if that starts to take off, dude, Bitcoin could be going through the roof, and USD might start to get weaker. Not like obviously it's not going to happen anytime soon. That's like a 20 to 30 year move. But again, if you want to hold for 20 to 30 years, that's when now would be like a good time, right? All right, look at the dome right now. 1,800 orders on the buy side. This is what I'm talking about. I honestly, we might just end up pushing through. And they disappeared. What the hell? They're starting to pop back up. No. Why would they take that many orders out without even filled? Interesting, interesting. Sounds like your exercise regimen, grabbing cookies. I mean, that is the best exercise, you know, that hand movement every time you gotta eat an Oreo. 5 minute stairs. Oh, that's nice. XRP is up. That's good. Dude, I remember the Bitcoin stories are pretty wild. I think there's one of my friend. He got gifted like 10 Bitcoin for his like birthday like a long time ago. Like he was still a kid, like before the whole boom happened and everything, right? So it's like he didn't even know that he had it until a long time until he realized like the whole Bitcoin craze, and he realized like, oh, it's because his uncle gave him like 10 Bitcoin when it was like, I don't know, a couple dollars. He's like, oh, just hold it for like the long term, right? And then I think he took it out for profit when it hit that bubble. So he made out big, and I think he instantly just paid off all of his student loans. So I was like, that's awesome. Yeah, man. A lot of people bought it when it was worth nothing, and then they sold it too, and then now they regret it. And it's the same thing what people did with Apple in the 1990s, right? They sold it off, and now look at it. There's been a lot of millionaires that pretty much just came from investing in Apple and holding since back then as well. And there's still some big holders. You bought 5,000 and sold at 15,000? Nice job, Lewis. There's another algo alert forming, but the candle size is already too big for me. Kind of blows. 11 points already as is. If it was 9, I would have got in. But I gotta stick to my rules. Hey, can we just talk about how we hit it to the tick and bounced off? Like, come on. Let's see. Yeah, if this candle was a bit more normal, this reversal candle right here, I would have got in. But the fact that we jumped up from our key levels from bottom to top, I have to sit this one out. So this is like unknown territory for me. Yeah, man, you can trade market structures with futures. It's continuous and it doesn't have those like gap moments unless it's like that weekend. What is what line, Jesse? Oh, okay. The price bounce from. Oh, so that one is just our key like support and resistance levels. These yellow lines are our key support and resistance levels. You know what would be crazy right now though is if we bounced off here again and then just pushed right back down. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. We're approaching that morning range again. This is our morning range, this box right here. We're starting to approach it once again. Let's see if we can catch a little bounce to the downside again. I don't know if it actually wants to continue this move. Nothing confirmed that it wants to. It could just pull back. Just become range bound in this area, right? Between 34.25 and 34.07. Gotta be patient. See. We are getting a little weaker as we start hitting that level, right? Tick chart going sideways a little bit and then trying to push down. Let's see how it wants to continue. Maybe we can catch a quick scalp on the 1 minute. Right at that morning range, we just bounced right back. The low of that morning range, that's exactly where we bounced right now. Why did my level disappear? That's the one thing I don't understand about Trade of 8. You're long in corn? Alright, let me know how that goes. Oh, we are pushing. Let's see. Pushing up. Nice job, Greg. I'm glad you're at least at even. See what's happening here. Seems like we're getting a good amount of buying pressure and we're gonna enter that morning range, which I don't like. With the volume nodes. I mean, Delta is pretty much just push down, Popping up, slowly moving up. Okay. To do what to do. We're forming another algo alert, but it's over 10 points again. So I'm not gonna get in on it. Damn. So I have my algo in trading view. That's on my other screen over there on the left. It's coded in Pine script. I didn't code it in Tradeovate. It's much easier for people to like just do it on TradingView because I love their user interface and everything. So, and I like the fact that we can get alerts right to my phone, and I can forward it to Discord so everyone can see it at the same time. So that's why I put it on TradingView. And TradingView is like the software and everything's super nice. Is the trader messed up data on micro good? I don't know if micros are messed up. I know a lot of other people trade micros. Maybe they can answer your question for you, T Flynn. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about messed up data. Hey, you want me to check? Yeah, sure. What's the ticker for gold? I can just add it on Tradeovate to see. It's like MG micro gold. No, micro gold seems fine. Seems to be moving properly. MGC. Are you on the different contract maybe? On the VO? Yeah, if you're on the V, then it's gonna be looking like messed up like this. But I think you should roll over to the Z. MGCZ0. That's the one you want to be on. Where the heck did my chart go? There we go. In that morning range again. Not feeling comfortable with these moves today. I don't know, something about it. The time bar? Oh, Mandish, all you have to do for that is right at the bottom right, there's a little gear icon that says settings. You can hit settings and then select your time zone. My time zone's New York, so that's why you always see it like that, but maybe it's adjusted to your time zone, that's why it pops up differently. Or you can just use the UTC time zone or anything like that. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad I could help. Still waiting for a proper move. Still trying to find a move. Nothing seems to be of my liking. And the algo alerts, they broke my rules, so I can't get in on them. And it's a good thing we didn't, because they didn't hit the targets, and that's what happens when the candle size is more than 10 points. And I've realized that just because through all the back testing, I realized which ones weren't working, and I looked at everything side by side and I realized, okay, the candle size was always over 10 points when they didn't work out. There's very few times that they do work out, even if they're above 10 points with the algo, but it didn't make sense to have all that risk when it only worked out so few times, right? So that's why I made that rule. Anyone know what a good one tick ES comparison for NQ? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Whenever those big candles happen, we end up facing like buyers coming back in or sellers coming in, whichever side the move was. So that's the main reason I don't like that, because whenever we flush through really fast, I feel like it's not worth getting into a trade on that. Because there's only very few times when it actually ends up continuing that move and keeps going, right? Most other times it just comes right back down or flips back. This move we pretty much just pushed right through. Just jump back into 5 minutes. Excuse me. Okay, what's wrong with Trade Evade today? Shows me the price, but not the candles. Excuse me. Okay, so now I'm having charting issues. That's great. Why is it showing this? 0.5, 0.75? What is going on? There's no refresh button, right? I kind of just have to log out and log back in. I mean, if I hit auto fit chart, going to. I mean, nothing's happening. I have my other screens up anyway, so it's like I'm safe. If this happened while I was in a trade, I would kind of freak out. 2, 30-minute, 5-minute. Price is all the way. It kept our box that we drew, which is a weird part. Nah, the only reason I used to use the web version, but I realized that Using the actual platform was much better because it had less glitches. But I guess today we're just having that day. Here, let me just pull this screen to the other side. I gotta log back in, close this out. I'll definitely check out Corn Chuck. No, this is not the web version. This is the actual platform. It works much faster. Let me pull this screen to the side and I'll log back in and pull it right back in. Alright, there we go. Here, nice and back to normal. This dome is way too big. This screen. We're bouncing back and forth too much. I know we made this nice move. I wish we caught it, but we didn't. Honestly, if I just caught that algo alert right before the market opened at 9:20, I would have just been done. Been trending for over a month, yeah. Corn is something I'm definitely going to put some more time into to understand. Alright, let's see, guys. Oh, we might be able to get a nice... Maybe we can hit that key level again and jump right back down. That would be pretty dope. But I would have to wait. I mean, the Delta scalps would have worked out beautifully today as well. You have gotten on this one. Quick 1 point. You would have gotten this one. Quick 1 point. But it was jumping around way too much and too much to risk. You had 3 alerts last night. 2 were losers and 1 was a big winner. Guess which one I missed? I'm guessing you missed the big winner. That's usually how it works, right? When we all first start out, it's always we miss the winners, we get the losers. I think the best advice I ever got about trading was don't ever let your last trade affect your next trade. Like just because you lost on your last trade and you see a nice alert pop up because you follow your system, but then you question it. Don't question it, just follow it through. Yeah, Mandage. I mean, I could have stuck around for sure. Like, even if I caught the alert, we could just talk about the markets. I don't mind talking about the markets till like 12 o'clock, but I think like after that, I like to just go eat my lunch, relax for a little bit. Congrats, Lewis. I mean, I know Matt likes to trade the volume profile, so he should be able to cut some move at the bottom here. Greg, do I trade through the close? No, I do not. My main trading only goes from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., man. That's where I find the best moves, the best setups. The only time I'll trade past 12 is if I haven't gotten a single alert from my algo in the whole morning. That means there's probably going to be a pretty big dip or, like pushing sky high out of nowhere in the afternoon session. And that is a common trend when the opening session is pretty calm or doing nothing. So that's the only time I will be trading after 12. I'll trade stocks for sure because I swing trade them because those alerts can come up at any moment within the day. But I know when to look because it's literally at the end of the hour. But the main reason I trade only between 8 and 12 is just because that's where the high volume is, high pressure comes in. After 12 o'clock, after lunch is taken, it does make its moves, but it's just I don't like sitting there for that long and just trying to force a move or just trying to find anything, right? And you're back to bed early, Lewis. Okay. Oh yeah, it is still early in Los Angeles. I always forget the time zones like everyone's from. Because I'm in the East Coast, so it's like I'm following the New York time. What state do I live in? I live in New Jersey, man. Once traded from Hawaii, now that is early. Yeah, that's even way more west. What exit? I don't know why you're asking what exit. I'm from the central part of New Jersey, right smack in the middle. Oh, T. Flynn, you're from PA. Yeah, exit with an address. Like that's why I was confused. Like why is he asking me for the exit? I know we have exits from in New Jersey. You know, I'm on those roads all the time. I was just like, I mean, I don't want to share my exact address. Like I'm happy just saying I'm in New Jersey, but yeah, I'm off the turnpike, man. I don't like the Parkway. Parkway's annoying. You live off Los Feliz exit? No, fine. Mario, nice to see you, man. I don't really trade the NQ much. I've been sticking to the ES. NQ has burned me. So until once markets go back to a bit more normal conditions, that's when I'll get back into the NQ. But right now, I have been putting the NQ on pause. Been focusing just on the ES. Yeah, it's super volatile. I did like the NQ like last year. Last year, the NQ was pretty smooth, nice, beautiful moves. But right now, everything is just like all over the place. It's like NQ just keeps jumping too much. So, and the way I put my stop loss and everything, it wasn't the right market to trade. Mother's maiden name, social, 3-digit security code. Yeah, I love seeing them. We're getting more people in, more chats going on. It's nice, man. It's nice to have this, especially when like the market's just going back and forth and you can't find a proper move. It's definitely nice to have this on the side because then it makes you like distracted a little bit and doesn't make you get forced into a trade just because you're watching the market and you feel like you're left out. Watching, yeah, 1 minute's kind of just going off a little bit. I'm not too keen on anything at the moment. I don't like any of these setups. Let me check on corn. ZC. Yeah, high key. I might just start trading corn too. I keep seeing these alerts, and they keep hitting. Let's take a look at corn just from this morning, right? I want this pop up. There we go. 9:30 right here. 9:45. We get the alert. Zooming through. Bounced off of level 2 for a little bit. Tried to get to level 3. We'll see what happens. It could probably be slow. Corn, I don't expect corn to be like a fast moving thing anyway. But It does keep that nice trend, which is nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could have got like a bull flag on the 1 minute charts here, right? This probably looked like a nice bull flag down there, and boom, you could have caught this. That's nice. Wish I just got in on my alert today, man. Right before market open. It would just be up like 800 bucks and I'd be out. 1 hour chart for corn? Yeah, let me pull it up. This is the 1 hour chart for corn. I mean, it crushed through that alert before, I think like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. And it's been pumping right through. So Greg, I do look at the dollar. I don't look at the 10-year yield. I don't find that too effective for me. I do like to trade crude, but in March when everything was going all over the place, especially when it went negative, I kind of gave it a little break. Just been focusing on the ES, and then I've been slow. It's been on my radar now again, so hopefully I can get some nice moves on crude soon as well. But yeah, on the one, I mean 1 hour chart, oof, worked out beautifully, right? Check heating oil as well. More demand. Okay, deep. I'll check that out. I gotta look at corn and I gotta look at heating oil. Okay, I'll check those out. Trade Dow. Dow is a beast. I never really cared about Dow too much, but never really traded Dow either. I don't think I've ever taken an actual trade on Dow. I know a lot of people do like to trade it. Hmm. But the thing with like Dow, the ES, and the NQ, it's like they're all the same. Like 90% of the time, they're making the same moves, right? That's why it's like, why don't I just stick with one and just trade that one specifically? There's a strong correlation between tenure and the ES. I've heard that before, but for me, whenever I started looking at it, I was like, me just looking at the ES, I just kind of figured it out. It's like I didn't need to use that. The main thing I do look at is the VIX. I always check the VIX just to understand what fear is there. But once hopefully after the elections, markets can go back to a bit more like being normal, and then we can get some nice moves again on NQ then. I think the VIX is the most important one, especially this year, more than anything. So Armand, so this 500 tick chart, I'm not using it for entries or exits or anything like that. What I'm mainly using it to do is simply just to understand what that short-term trend is and if I'm in the right direction. Because if the 500 tick chart isn't in your favor and you're trying to say in this case, right? Like over here, we were like, oh, this is moving down, but then we're like moving up here and I want to go long. It doesn't make sense to me. I want both of them to be in sync as just an extra validation to my entry point, right? This is just to understand short-term trend. It's like same thing as like having the 1 minute chart up next to you, but because that super trend is only to understand what the trend is, not for entries and exits. Like if you're going short and it's like below that super trend, then yeah, you're in the right direction, so it's okay. But that's the only way I use it. I have tried to trade with it, just using because like when I first started, I was like, oh, the super trend is kind of cool. Like it tells you exact entry points, exit points, and whatnot. But then I realized that there's a lot of inconsistencies with it as well. I kind of just use it as a little bit of a validator. And then one of the things I do use it for is if I'm in a long and then the super trend shifts over on the 500 tick, then I have to start reconsidering it. I'll start maybe trailing my stop up just to be safe, or maybe have to cut my position because it's like about to, push down hard. EVIX was my trade of the year, bought at 85 and sold at 980. Damn, that's nice. That's awesome, man. Bought at 16, sold at 0.6. Nice. Yeah, Armin, you can use the super trend to do that. It does happen a lot. Gotta be very patient with it though. It depends on what chart you're using as well. Like that's also a key issue. Alright, let's see what this is doing now. I have no clue about the micro DAO. I never traded it, so I can't say anything about that. Pretty much playing around with that morning range again. I'm not surprised if they discontinued it if people are making that much, right? Alright, let's see. 1 minute we're bouncing off the 200 EMA, but this is still a stupid rangy situation. Could be making a nice bounce off of that 200 EMA. Let's see if I can get filled. I'm trying to decide. Let's see. This overall trend is still down, and we're just adding to those levels. So yeah, I did use another broker before I finally came over to Trade because I tried AMP Global. They were nice. But I just found Trade to be much better. It provides more analytics, and that's what I really care about because I like to journal a lot. I'd like to analyze all the trades that I did. At the end of the day, I always go over what I did wrong, and why, what happened, and I'll take a note of it. And then at the end of the week or end of the month, I'll see exactly if there's a clear trend on things I've been messing up on, or if there's a clear trend on when I'm winning. Why am I winning? What did I do when I was winning? That way I can improve myself every day. Tradeovate's analytics are probably the best thing. It tells you exact time of day where you're profiting the most too. AMP Global, I mean, it's international, so anyone can use it. I do backtest with Tradeovate as well. I love that feature that they have because their data is super nice and everything works properly. I realized with other backtesting stuff, there's a little bit some discrepancies. So it's like that's the one reason I didn't like that either. But with Tradeovate, when I'm doing it, I can sit here. I'll put on like 400 times speed, and then I'll just start going at it. Do they have an auto backtest? No, unfortunately, everything's manual. I mean, the main reason I used AMP was like their fees were good and like they didn't charge much or anything. Can you backtest with Tradeovate plus TradingView to test out your algo? I mean, I do the live streams every time to show you guys how I use the algo. And then I have all the Excel sheets where I manually tracked every single alert, right? You'll see it in the Discord. It's under the section where it says Algo. There's a full section to like Algo's backtesting results and everything. So if you click on that in the Discord, you will see the Excel sheet for the stocks, and you'll see the Excel sheet for the futures that I've been tracking. I personally do manual backtesting. I don't like those software because there's always something that doesn't end up like proper. So I have to sit there manually and backtest it. But mainly for the algo, I back tested on TradingView just because it's already on there. But with TradeAvate, I'd like to test all the other strategies out, like when I'm playing with the delta or when I'm playing with these levels. Like that's always done on TradeAvate, and then the algo is completely back tested on TradingView because it's just much easier. Alright, there's an alert forming on the 5-minute charts for the algo. Let's see how well it can play out. As long as it's below 10 points for the candle size, I am okay with it. And it is right before 12, so that's okay with my rules. Nah, dude, feel free to ask as many questions as you want. I'm here to help. Does TradeAvate allow you to download tick data? I don't know what you mean by download, but you can have the tick charts at any time. Even when you're backtesting, you can put it in the tick charts. So all you have to do is go to time period, select ticks, and then select whichever one you want. 2000 tick, 1000 tick, 500 tick, 200 tick, whatever it is. So it's always there. But I think with TradeAvate, though, there's like a limit on how far back you can go. So if you're always backtesting stuff, like I think there's a limit of like I forget, like 2 weeks or maybe I don't remember, but it's something like that. But yeah, that tick data is always there. Let's see what happens. Nope, alerts disappearing. It's I guess it lost some confirmation. Let's see. Oh, you had to use MATLAB? Oh man. Can you make a band with the VWAP? I think you can see that on TradingView. I don't know about this on TradeAvate. I never really put on the VWAP on TradeAvate. I never really use it. Yeah, Greg, a lot has changed over the last 10 years, man. That is for sure. I think the only people I heard use MATLAB was the people that are doing like engineering in school. Let's see how well this alert works out. Maybe we can get a nice little flush. Thanks. No, I'm sure it's out there. I personally don't know if you can or not. There's like a lot of things out there now, so it's like Okay, we got filled right there. Let's see. This will be my last trade of the day. For futures, at least. See if we can get a nice little push down. Hmm. Might have to. This is starting to annoy me a little bit. I don't like how we don't have selling pressure. I don't like it when we lose momentum. Usually after we get filled on the alert, I like to just see it push right through. I don't like to see it struggle. This might just bite us today. See. The one thing I hate about like choppy markets. Now we're getting that push. Had me a little worried there. What is happening? Why is there so much back and forth right now? No, this is an algo alert. I'm just trying to see. Could get a push. All I'm waiting for, that little push. Laura, how do you manage your stop if you can explain? Yeah, definitely. Just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I don't get blown out of this trade. I don't want to break any of my rules. We already had that loss in the morning, so that kind of affects our trade. Give me just 1 second. This is, I don't like this. Just checking the 1 minute chart just to see if we can get a little bit of weakness and then push down. This is Let me just get some selling pressure now. I'm gonna explain how I use my stop losses very soon. Just don't want to get just watching this trade real quick. Yep, you're getting some and let's see. Nope, 1 minute charts look like they're reversing. I'll hold it at, and we might just be giving up everything we got from yesterday. That sucks. This is something I'm gonna have to see if I can get out for break even real quick. I don't like the way it's like reversing like that. Oh, thank you, T Flynn. Getting a little bit of weakness on the 1 minute. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. But ideally, how I use my stop losses, when I trade with the algo, right? I'll show you right here. So we'll get the alert. We'll place our stop loss right here at 34.28, but then to, proper risk management, the minute we hit level 1, because the price tends to balance off of our key take profit levels, I will move it down to break even. That way, whatever happens, I'm still good. It's not costing me anything. So that's how I normally trade with the algo for the stop losses. I just move it from level to level, right? You can move it from this level to this level just because if you wanted to, right? It's like, oh, I'm okay with more risk. Me personally, I'm more conservative. So when I do that, once I hit levels 1, I'll move my stop up from here, all right, to break even. And right now, it's just getting a little bit sideways. I don't like to see this. When I get a nice alert and I get in, I want it to continue that move, clean flush. But that's what I'm trying to see, because price, when it does this, it tends to bounce back and forth a little bit. So I'm trying to see if I can just get out for break even. Today is a confusing day, man. I'm not liking it. But yeah, Laura, you can test it out for yourself. If you want the free trial, if you have a TradingView account, all I need is your TradingView username. You can just DM that to me in Discord, or if you want to email it to me from my channel, that's fine as well. Anything works. That way you can actually see it, and you can do some backtests with it and see it for yourself. It's just this market's, it's so stupid. That's why I was so hesitant before too, but I had to stick with my plan, and let's see. It might just bite me today. But long run, it has made me money, so I have no issues with that. There's gonna be those months or weeks where it's like a very bad market. And I think I told you, Mandich, I think when you were talking on Discord, like these next couple weeks will be pretty tough, and they have been. Yeah, our losses are our business expenses. Yep. I mean, there's no boss in trading, man. Like, we're responsible for everything. That's why I like to journal and everything. He's like, who else is gonna tell me what I have to fix except for me? Yeah, that's normal. I'm I just have this key level going for me right now, or else I would have pulled it. Because this key level, I'm hoping that we can just push right off of it and come down, hopefully break even. And we are getting close.
Stop filled.
We won 900 yesterday. We gave it right back. Great. Oh, dude, I love Mondays. I'm literally waiting for it to be Monday morning so I can get up right in front of my desk again. This kind of blows. This definitely blows. Okay. That's why I said, like, I've been saying, like, this market's been stupid and very annoying, but took our trade. At least you had 38 people watching your loss. Yeah, the time we have the most people watching, that's the day we lose, right? It's all good. We'll get it back. Not worried about that. Like once you've been doing this for so long, you realize like, okay, yeah, you have a loss one day, you win the next day. It's like no big deal. I don't let this stuff to get to me anymore. I will stay on the stream still just because I see an alert coming up on the buy side, so maybe that's what it was really trying to do. So we'll see. Yeah, long-term probabilities are in my favor, so that's why I'm not worried. But right now, I can't take any trade because I got close to my daily loss limit, so I'm gonna sit tight. Lost 34 points on MNQ today. Oh man, yeah, man. Today's been a weird day for sure. So don't worry, everyone's kind of on the same boat. I hope somebody got profits today though. Take it on micro, get back while not risking your loss limit. Yeah, I don't. This is my last trade of the day for that. I'm not gonna risk anything. I have to stick with the rule. They're there for a reason. Um, I can't try to play the system and go to micros and try to do that. It's okay. Tomorrow will be better. Because that way, you know, this is I didn't hit the daily loss limit or anything. My account's still good. So we'll just wait. Up 920 on the Dow. Perfect, man. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, T Flynn. Trust me, man, it took me a while to learn this discipline. Like, I lost a good amount in the beginning and then started practicing more and more and more. And then, honestly, what really changed me was just understanding my own patterns. When I was losing, when I was winning, what did I do? So, once I started journaling that, that's when everything started to change. This month has been pretty whack for me. I'm honest about that. This month hasn't been crazy amount of profit at all. Stocks gave me some good returns, some options gave me some good returns, but nothing crazy on those either. This month is just not the month for me. Kind of blows, but got to show up every day. Deep, I am funded. Yep. That's why like I'm trading on a 50K account. That's why I can't go more than $1,000 loss. That's why I had to cut it. Because I got close to 900 and I don't like getting to that high ever. So it's like I'll take like 900 profit for sure, but like 900 loss, yeah, I just have to cut it. Thanks, man. The only reason I even took that trade was one, we got the alert. Two, we've been in this nice little trend downwards. Like if you zoom out, we saw in the hourly charts too, we're trending down. So it's like that was gonna be in my favor, but I guess this is where it decides to jump back and forth. It is what it is at that point. Armand, so the account that you're watching right now is from a Top Step program. So I guess, yeah, I guess Top Step would be like a prop firm, but they don't really, you're kind of on your own. Oh, you do FTMO, okay. That's nice. How's that been working out for you? Honestly, I love these like platforms where they're funding traders because before it was like, oh, people didn't have enough capital, but now it's like, oh, prove yourself and you get funded. Daily losses are 5K. Oh, dude, that's pretty dope. The daily loss limit I have on this account is only 1,000. Anyone use Lilu? No. Nope. You're currently using Earn to Trade? Okay, that's cool. The 100K account? Okay. The 100K and 5K drawdown? That's pretty nice. Wait, really? They literally work from a farm in Montana? That's interesting. 10K max loss, yeah. So, Armand, how much do you have to make for them to pass in the FTMO? I never really used FTMO before, so it's kind of maybe I can do that one too. Isn't FTMO for forex only, or do they do futures? FTMO, let me check it out. CFDs, okay. Let me see how their evaluation thing works. Very nice. Yeah, Chuck, it gets tempting, but I mean, you can trade your regular stocks. I would just be careful of your penny stocks, man. You stepped away from it for a reason. Just remember that. So you can trade Dow, Nasdaq, S&P. You can trade all. Actually, you know what? Over this weekend, I'm gonna look into FTMO. Maybe we can do both. I wouldn't mind. Armin, is there any rules to it? Like you can only hold up to a certain time, or can you hold throughout the day? Like, can you swing trade some positions? Because if I could swing trade the ES, ooh, I could catch some big moves. But once you get funded, no. Oh, oh, okay. I mean, no, no commission. That okay. Nah, Forex is an interesting market, man. I mean, if I can swing trade the ES and pass their combine essentially, and then get their funding, that's pretty dope too. I'll have to look into it. I can simply just do that with the algo and just catch a good amount of points. See you later, Deep. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You're up against the big banks, yes, that is true, but that's with every market, right? There's easy ways to make money with Forex as well. Just have to stick to your plan. Alright, let's take a look at Euro GBP. That's one of my favorites. That yeah, we're getting some pretty good alerts on Euro GBP. Let's just check back on ES. Going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, 70% of somebody else's money is still better than anything, right? Just use them to build up your account and then start your own account. Yeah, with that drawdown they give, dude. Because I'm looking at their 50K account right now, and I think it costs like what, 345 to sign up. Trading period 30 days, minimum trading days 10. Actually, let me just pull it up because I think you guys want to see this as well. Again, I'm not an affiliate or anything. I got to make that clear with some people because they weren't watching. But we're just looking into this right now. So this is what it says: USD currency 345, 50K account, 2,500 daily loss is pretty nice. Max loss of 5,000. That would give me a lot of breathing room. Do the 100K, it's better. Do they have a limit on how many contracts you can trade on the ES, Armin? Do you know by any chance? The 100K, I don't need 10K of drawdown. Or 5,000 really, because I don't like to trade that much. No limits? Dude, that sounds sketch. Join the team. How long is their free trial? Okay, if you're ready to accept the FTMO challenge and become... You can try the entire process completely free of charge. Okay. Supportive platforms, MT4. Never even used C-Trader. I've used MT4 before. I don't really like it, but hey, if we can use it to make money, that's all that matters. Seems like they provide nice data as well. Interesting. No membership, no other hidden fees. Moreover, the fee is automatically reimbursed to you the first profit withdrawal. Okay. MT5 is good. Okay. Oh, yeah, Mandich, I'll show you. Just give let me just pull up the trading view chart. Here, let me just pull up my trading view chart real quick. So at the top, all you have to do is click on your settings button, right? Where it says chart properties, right next to that camera button and that full screen button. Click chart properties, and then come into your chart settings, hit scales, and then hit countdown to bar close right here. So Mandich, if you hit countdown to bar close in your chart settings and the scales tab right here, you'll have countdown to bar close and you'll have it pop up on the side. I mean, I hope they are legit. Like, I mean, I'll look into them, dude. That much drawdown is kind of nice because then I can, even if I mess up on a trade like this right today, I can still take the next alert or whatever. You got it, but you don't see it on your chart. Here, try this. At the bottom, oh, you can't see it, right? Sorry. This here, right? Right here, Mandich, just hit the settings button right here and then click countdown to bar close. Maybe that has to be selected. You can do countdown to bar close right here, and it should show it. And it should pop up right here. Yeah, it should pop up right on the right side. Yeah, dude, 5K loss, yeah, definitely gives you a lot more room. Because then I can actually take some swing positions, and I would love that. Okay, so man, did you see it now? That's perfect. Good show. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to consider this FTMO thing because like the only one thing I don't like about Top Step, like everything else is perfect there. Even their customer service is awesome, but that drawdown on that 50K account, and sometimes I can't trade for the rest of the day, and I only like to take 1-3 trades anyway. But if I could take bigger positions and have like that drawdown, dude, that'd be awesome. Because if I just simply like do the 1 hour charts, that'd be nice. I'll have to look into more of their rules exactly because I know once you get funded, you'll probably have different rules. So yeah, they do have the trailing down, but I think that really helps a lot of people because they'd actually understand that they can only take their good setups only instead of just taking any trade. That's the only reason I'm like okay with it. Like today, it stops me from trading, so it's like, hey, gotta cut it out, right? Yeah, this afternoon I will be looking into this FTMO challenge a lot more, and we can go from there. Like, I want to see what all the rules are about. Does Armin, do you know if sorry, MT4, MT5 has brackets? So if I go for like quick scalps, then I could just go in and out, or is it like market orders only? They have brackets? Oh, dude, that's lit. Oh, that's awesome. I can use the dome as well. Thank you for letting me know about this. I mean, I heard about it before, but never really checked it out. But now it's like it seems more interesting. I didn't know their drawdown was that much. I can take some nice positions. Especially since I can do ES and then I can do some Forex as well. So it's like in both. Sorry for all these questions, man, but I do have to ask one more. It's like, so I do see that it says like you have to do first challenge, the trading period is 30 days. So in that 30 days, like, what am I trying to say? I forgot. I guess if you don't hit it in the first 30 days, they're going to start charging you again, and then you're going to have to redo everything, right? Because it's not like, oh, I can just take one. Oh, minimum trading days is 10. Okay. That makes sense. Minimum trading days is 10. Do you know? Let's see. Oh, they have videos for explaining everything. Okay, never mind. I should just watch this and read this. I didn't realize I could click on all this. Okay, I'll watch all this, actually. Never mind. I'll figure it out. Wonder if FTMO can support Trade Evade. That'd be pretty dope. But I know their platforms are only MT4 and MT5. That's the weird part to me. I was looking into that. It's like it says first step you only have if you have to make what profit target of 10,000, and then second step you have to make 5,000, which I'm like, how does that make sense? Usually you'd at least want the same amount, but hey, I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah, but if I can swing, oof. Wait, I know you said you can't swing the ES and the futures, but can you in the when you get funded, can you swing forex or no? That's gonna be my last question. Okay. Oh, you can't swing forex either. Close. Okay. I'll check it out. I'll see what their time frames are and everything. If you guys are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. We're here every morning, so we can always chat. You have to be flat 2 minutes before major news and 2 minutes after. That's not hard. I'm assuming they already give you like a list of times and everything with all their news that affects them and that they don't want you to trade around. Yeah, that's always hard to watch. And it's happened to me before. I got over it now. It's like it is what it is. I still think it's gonna push down though. That's my thing. Like I still do think it's gonna push down. Like the overall trend is down, unless this is the point where it's gonna shift up. I think it's still gonna continue to the downside. Even like here, Delta, it's like still slowly pushing down. You can see it in your back office. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go get some lunch. So if you guys are still trading for the rest of the day, I wish you guys the best. Bring in those profits. But I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow, and we can pick this back up. So until then, peace out. Enjoy your day, guys.